guys, welcome back to Behind the Apron podcast. I'm your host, Cassie, and this is Reality Check, Please. You guys, we are so close to 500. I cannot thank you guys enough for all the love and support that you have shown us, for joining us on this reality TV, Reality Check, Please journey. I've had so much fun so far, and I cannot wait to see where this channel will grow, how big it will grow, what we'll talk about in the future. But I'm so happy that you're here. So let us know where you're watching from. And before we get into this video, make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing so you never miss a beat. I said on our earlier video that I am kind of done talking Love Island for a little bit. I want to kind of focus more on Bravo, unless obviously Love Island something crazy happens and they drop some major news, which I don't think we will find. I think that a lot of the Islanders have already shared their stories on the interviews that they on podcasts that have come out. So I think we'll be fine for now, unless something major happens behind the scenes. But until then, we have our hands full with Bravo, with Next Gen NYC, with the Valley, the finale, the 3-part finale that's going to come next week is going to be a messy one. Truly, it's going to be messy. Today, I want to talk about Brittany and Zack being on Watch What Happens Live with their little cameo of Scheana, and kind of even talking about Scheana's crazy list of celebrities. We're going to get into it. I want to start off by saying that Brittany and Zack looked phenomenal. I loved Zack's little sparkly outfit. Brittany looked beautiful. And we had Jasmine and Benji in the crowd, which was fun to see. They're supporting their friends. And then Scheana, I love Scheana. Can she be messy? Can she be shady? Yes, she can be all of those things, but she is a great human being. I think that she is true to herself in the court. Does she like to be involved in the mess? Yes, but I think that when you're in reality TV, it's kind of hard not to. But she's doing great for herself. I'm so excited and I'm happy and I'm proud of her for her book launch. I'm so proud of her. And yeah, let's get into it. So Britt and Zack, like I said, looked beautiful, looked great and amazing on Watch What Happens Live. They gave us some inside information, obviously stuff that we didn't know. Andy confirmed that Jax will not be on this season. He asks Brittany if she knew about it, and she said that she found out the day before, and she was happy that they were not going to move forward with him, and that whoever made that decision, she was happy. I read that he dropped the news to the Daily Dish, if I'm not mistaken, but I truthfully don't think that he did it out of the kindness of his heart. I don't think that he's putting himself first. I think that the network is probably cutting ties with him, which is something that they had to do. It has come to the point where it's just gotten very dark and heavy, and not in a Real Housewives of New Jersey kind of way. I think that, well, who knows, because Louis is something else, but we'll get to that another day. Yeah, I'm happy for Brittany. Andy asked Brittany about her divorce because she was supposed to be done and divorced on the 21st, if I'm not mistaken. And she said that unfortunately they are not divorced yet. Andy asks why, and she says because they both didn't submit the proper paperwork or all their paperwork on time. And now it's pushed back to October. So hopefully October comes around fast for her, because she needs to completely be done with this man. We saw on the finale episode that she is changing and removing everything, every trace of Jax in that house, which I think is very healthy for her. It's a new, fresh start for her and Cruz. And I think that I'm proud of her. I'm proud that she's finally come to this realization, and that she's finally come to making the decision on her own and putting herself first, that she has the strength to do it, because a lot of women, unfortunately, don't have the strength that Brittany does. So for her, we got to give her flowers. Andy then asks Brittany if he has helped with therapy, with the mortgage, with anything. And she says not a single cent. This does not give me hope. I feel like he is going to be the utmost evil POS that we have seen on our screens to this day, if he truly does not help her pay for any of Cruz's medical bills. If he doesn't help her, she literally put her financial career, her financial life in jeopardy for this man, at risk for this man. Because of his taxes, he should have been in prison. She saved him one too many times, and now unfortunately she is stuck with the consequences of his actions. And that just kind of goes to show how in love she was with this man. I don't think that she was never not in love. I think that she truly did have feelings for him. Obviously they have a child together, they were married for a few years, and it's truly sad that he took advantage of her to the extent that he did. Andy then asks if he is in therapy. She says nope, he's not in therapy. He asks her if he is sober. She was reluctant and hesitant to answer that question. And then she points over to Zack, and Zack's like, I'll answer. But then he remembered that they actually go into it in the reunions. However, Brittany did clarify she believes that he is sober from some things, but not all things. So I don't know what, I mean, we saw people say on Vanderpump Rules, there's California sober, where you're sober from drugs and alcohol, but not weed. But what do you guys think? Do you think that he is sober in any capacity? Because I truly don't think so. Under Zach's amazing outfit, he is wearing a shirt that says, "Whose show?" And Andy even said, "Are you trolling Jax with your shirt?" And then Jack's like, "Yeah, maybe." Because it said "whose show?" And we have heard time and time again on Vanderpump that Jax thought it was his show. This is my show. And now on the Valley, given that it was his idea, he has not stopped talking about it. He even brought it up, I think, at Benji's homecoming, that it was his show and all this, that, the third. He has basically like run himself through the mud. And with each opportunity that they have given him, he finds a way to ruin it. So I think that they need to just completely part ways permanently. So we'll see. Going back to the Lisa Vanderpump of it all, like I said, she was Vanderpump Rules. Like the show was her in her, not in her name and in her honor. She is the show. It is her show. But we didn't see her in every scene. Sometimes we wouldn't see her for a few episodes. Just because it's Jax's show doesn't mean he has to be involved. So like I said, I hope the network parts ways with him because he deserves no more airtime, no more screen time. Does not deserve for us to say his name anymore, truth be told. Andy then asks Brittany if she has seen her wedding ring, if he has given it back to her. She says no. She allegedly says that he has sent her pictures, but she says, "I don't want pictures. I want my ring back." I know that he bought that ring with whatever money I think that his dad left him with, but ring is Brittany's. I'm sorry. Then we had a fan question. She asked if Brittany was single and if she wasn't, how that person felt about the whole Jack situation. Fortunately, unfortunately for Britt, I'm not sure. She is single. I think that she needs time to heal given what tumultuous summers she's had. The tumultuous past 10 years of her life have been with Jax. I think that she does owe herself a little bit of time to recharge, kind of just get her groove back and kind of just be there and focus on her son. But that does not mean that if some opportunity and some great man were to come along the way, she deserves that too. But I hope and wish Brittany all the well. She deserves it. And she has an army of Bravo fans behind her. Andy did ask Brittany if Cruz has stayed over at Jax's place. She said that in the past 2 years, a probably total of 10 times. Truthfully, that is more than I would have given that man because if I'm not sleeping in the bed with him, he's not staying over at your house. Given Jax's track record, I hope that there was other people, like maybe family around, because I would not trust that man with my child, sometimes even in my own presence. He's dangerous and I will stand on business. He is a dangerous human being. To finish it off, we had Scheana kind of give a little cameo, guest star on Watch What Happens Live last night, along with Brittany and Jax. She gave Andy a copy of her book. She signed it and he went nuts with what it said inside. She said, "Andy, you are good as gold." And he went like balls to the wall. He was so excited. It was so funny to see him just kind of go crazy for her. He is so proud of her. We are so proud of Scheana. I think that she's had a rough past couple of years. I know that now that I'm a mom and going through postpartum depression, it was very hard. So my heart truly does go out to her. She did list a total of 11 celebrities that she's had encounters with, and it did not disappoint. Let me just show you guys who all they were. They're all alleged. She said Jesse Metcalf, Eddie, I don't know how to say his name, Brandy's ex, John Mayer, Shemar Moore from Criminal Minds. I don't know if I believe that one. I think she's reaching for a little bit of them. Don't know if she went all the way. Jesse McCartney, Shane West, Job Hopkins, Chase Chazis, Adrian Grenier, Ricardo Chavarria, William Tell, two actors from the Notebook, and I think like some NFL MLB players. Scheana, good for you. That's all I have to say. Good for you. I know that John Mayer came out saying that he had nothing to do with her. That was kind of funny, but you get it, boo. You do you. She grew up in LA, like in the suburbs of LA. So I don't doubt that she had like encounters with them, but to say she's been with them, maybe a little bit of a reach for me. With that being said, I love Scheana. I love Zack. I love Brittany. Do we believe that she's been with all these celebrities? Drop all your ideas and comments down below and we'll catch you guys later.